In today's video, we're going to build some bonsai stands out of hopefully materials you have lying around, or you might have found in somebody else's trash. So you don't have to spend an arm and a leg building these things. Look around, no telling what you can find. This is a rolling stand that I created for this Japanese black pine to get it in and out of the rain. These are 3 old pedestal revolving stands that I made in the past. Doing a little update video on the Roundup gel. The weeds are looking a little pale, but other than that, and the tree is starting to show buds. It's kind of hard to see those right now, but they're there. It's windy and sunny here in Central Florida, and this new bench that I have is what I call my sunny bench, and I've got everything out here that really likes full sun on it, including the Talabulia that's showing its flowers, and the juniper for the upcoming Thursday session of being restyled. So to give you an update on the maple, how it's leafing out, and I want you to notice the stand that it's on. That base actually rotates, and in this film I'll show you how to put it together. We will be using this post here and this old PVC pipe as the new turntable pedestal. Wait and see the results. Now, this is how I formulated this simple stand. The piece of plywood here is like a 1/4 inch, and it's attached by heavy-duty screws to the cinder block, and on top of it is just a ring sitting there of drip line, the heavy stuff that I couldn't use. I tried to give it away, I couldn't even give it away. And below here you'll see the top base, which is another piece of plywood with a screw that's countersunk into it, and it's all glued together. And it just sits right there in that hole and gives that good rotation. This is just one of the many positions that it can stand in. So build one of your own. Nothing is cemented down. The only thing glued down is that tile on top of the piece of plywood. Everything else is either stacked or screwed into place. Well, I cut the pipe off, but take a look at the pictures that are showing the process of burying this PVC pipe into the ground with the post inside of it. I eventually cut off a foot of the post, but I used the part of the PVC that had the twist on it. I wanted to make it really stable, and I even put a shim in there. The shim I broke off so that it would hold the post still, and then of course I used a level on it to get it plumb. Well, I got the hole dug, I got the pipe cut off, I got the pipe in there, and I got the post in place. You'll notice I got a shim on it, and I also have a level on it to get the plumb correct. So now it's just a matter of finishing up. As you're going along, make sure you tamp the soil back into the ground. And of course this PVC pipe had that connector on it that made it more solid in the ground. But this is not getting concreted in. If water gets in there and destroys the upper pedestal pole, just replace it. Main thing to do is keep the dirt out of that hole. Well, the hole is covered up, the shim is in place. I'm going to put a screw in that so I can move it back and forth easily. These are the tools I use. My spade from the old days when I worked at the cemetery, a hammer to get into those areas where I couldn't, and then I use that board there, which is going on top to create the shelf, and I used it for tamping along with the hammer, and I used the pole itself for tamping also. So next step, build the top. What you will need as far as PVC, if you decide to do this, it's 4 inches on the inside, and that fence post is 8 feet long, but this is what I left. I cut a foot of it off almost, and it's less than 4 inches, so you can see how it worked. Well, there's the completed stand, and its first candidate is this Barbados cherry. I've made it into a weeping cherry. It's approximately 10 years old now. And I'm going to reach my hand out and do a little movement here so you can see the whole post. The whole post rotates. Right now I have a shim in there. I took the shim out so I could move it better. But let me just show you. I guess you can see how it's rotating. That's 2 ways of making a rotating stand, and I got it here tucked in with these others on this big bold one. Today's video is all about stands. This is a freestanding stand that can actually sit up on the deck or wherever I decide to put it. These stands here, very fortunate that all the wood was free for me. This is another monkey pole or pedestal that actually the top rotates on this one. Instead of the post moving, the top moves. These are other variations of stands or benches. This is my workstation and also my shade area. Down this way is many different other types of stands. I have another rotating stand there. There's a stand there with the big blocks on the bottom. That used to be my roll-around cart for my Japanese black pine when I had it. I have another high pedestal over here. And as you can see, the big block one over there. This is one of the first ones I constructed here. It's multi-leveled and using blocks, every bit of scrap wood I could find. I even have some more of that. This is a tile in my building. Now those are just setting on wood there. This is a cantilever, but I actually added another piece to it. And here's the new work of the day, and it works really nice.